Welcome to Module 1, Cloud Computing Overview. In this module, we'll give you an overview of cloud computing concepts. This module is more of a theoretical introduction to cloud computing concepts, where we will formally define what cloud computing is, the various terms, and the characteristics surrounding cloud computing. So what are the topics in this module? We'll start this module with a section on the cloud story where we will talk about a fictitious character called Joe who starts a pizza shop and the issues and solutions that he encounters on his journey to get a web-enabled service and the cloud computing model. Then we will define cloud computing, and when we define cloud computing, we'll look at the classic NIST definition of cloud computing, and we will also look at some of the other definitions, but the NIST definition is probably the most important definition that we will look at. Then we will look at the cloud roles and responsibilities. In the section on cloud roles, we'll look at the various cloud roles such as the cloud provider, cloud consumer, cloud broker, and the various responsibilities that each of these roles exhibit in the cloud ecosystem. Then we will look at the cloud service delivery models. There are various service delivery models of the cloud that is defined by NIST, such as the infrastructure as a service, also called IaaS, platform as a service, which is PaaS, and software as a service, which is SaaS. And then we'll also look at some of the non-NIST service delivery models, such as communication as a service, database as a service, and even anything as a service. And that would be on the section on service delivery models. Then we will look at cloud deployment models. In the section on cloud deployment models, we will look at the various deployment options that are available, such as the private, public, community, and even the hybrid deployment models. Then we'll look at some of the key characteristics and terms that are surrounding cloud computing that every cloud professional should know and understand. And so that would be in the section on cloud characteristics and terms. Then we will look at the various drivers for the cloud. Why are people moving towards the cloud? What is the motivation for cloud computing in the marketplace? So what are the module goals? After completing this module, you should be able to define cloud computing. You should also be able to illustrate the various characteristics of the cloud. You should be able to differentiate the cloud roles and their responsibilities. You should be able to compare and contrast the various cloud service delivery models that are defined by NIST. You should also be able to compare and contrast the various deployment models that are available, which is again defined by NIST. And then illustrate the drivers for the cloud, the reasons why people are moving towards the cloud. And then finally, as an exercise, you'll be able to create an account on a public cloud provider. So in the future sections, in the future modules, you will be able to launch virtual machines and start doing various computations with those virtual machines.